What's going on? What's promotion secret from the boss? It's not a surprise that I know how to get promoted in the corporate world after owning a bigger company and actually knowing a bunch of different CEOs and owner of companies. And we got together and started talking. Hey, how do we look at promoting someone or getting a promotion? So you need to understand it from the boss perspective on promotion criteria. So not every role is the same. You might be great in sales, the number one performer, but you do not have the skills for that management role you want. So let's talk about the promotion criteria. So before you even try to get promoted to a certain position, make sure you meet all the criterias. If you go on to the inside or the link that they give you for promotion, you see what is the requirement for the promotion. So do you have all these requirements and the criteria before you even move forward? And you need to know that if you are not recognized in the company or you always did the bare minimum, you probably will not get promoted. Because I know a lot of people always complain that they always get looked over or they have done XYZ, but they're not a high performing person. And the big part about it is you want to be recognized as a key quality person with high performing. So I will always try to promote people with a good quality. They work hard and they show me individual. They might lack certain criteria, but they're high performing individual. So you need to make sure you get that in mind. And lastly, on this one, how your boss measures success and align it with your career. Because not every boss the same. So you might have to go to him and figure out how his mind lines up so that you can line up with the company ideas. Because the CEO, owners of companies, guess what? They have a certain mindset and they want like minded people around them so they can help push the company farther. So once you unlock the boss's mindset and understand what they want, it makes it easier to go into the next one is mastering your skills. So each individual or each job requirement has a certain skill set. If you do, you will have a better return. Guess what? On the strengths for the company. So if you have these strengths, for example, if you want to be a manager, you have to have proper etiquette, proper conversational skills, and proper management skills. You can have every other skill in the world, but if you don't have this, guess what? You're just not going to do well. So you want to make sure you have these certain skills just to make it easier for yourself. So you need to identify your skills and align it with the company's priority. Now, I know this sounds terrible for people who wants to get a pay raise or wants to move up, but at the end of the day, the skills you need to master has to line up with the company's priorities and with the strengths that you need to thrive in that position. Because you might be the best engineer, but you suck at management your time and managing these projects, so you will not be able to move up. So just understand they didn't pass you up because you're not qualified. It's just that you lack certain skills in management. You might barely qualify, but they really need someone who can manage and run XYZ. So just understand that. Now, you need to develop your skills through training and project network if you really want to be promoted. Now, the reason why I say this is because if you master the new skills you need for training, project, and networking, that means it gives you a better chance. Just like if you go into a hospital and you want to be a director, well, you have to get along with other departments, you have to get along with other people just because you're networking and they can promote you. Or recommend you. So if you don't have the network in the company because you just stay to yourself and didn't really talk to anyone, guess what? You're gonna put yourself in a behind your coworkers. So you do have to be a company employee and you do have to be able to get along with everyone. So just make sure you are seen but not being a nuisance. So you have to understand that. Another thing is you whenever you master your skills, you need to be able to demonstrate it either through presentation, reports, or initiatives. There's a bunch of different ways to improve your work-life balance and to get a promotion. You really have to shine. It's really sad to say, but if you don't shine, it's really hard to get promoted. If you got recommended, you got employee of the year, you get all this stuff, and then you apply to become a manager, you're more likely to get it. Just how it works, because it shows that you're very skilled, you're very reliable, compared to someone who just goes to work and go home and doesn't make it rough. And then once you ask for a promotion, you most likely won't get it, even though you're not a bad employee. You just don't put the initiative in to help others. And they don't want to promote or work harder on that. Now, the next thing you want to kind of do is build powerful connections because those connections will help you get promoted up. Just because you are a great employee does not mean that you won't look over it, because at the end of the day, it's about networking. Networking within the industry will help you because then you can get discounts for the companies, or you build relationship with key people, mentor that make decision in a company. I'm not saying brown nose or suck up. Just be in a friendly terms and talking terms and know a little bit about them so you know how to chit chat, because then you be more impressionable in the interviews. Now, seek out the opportunity to collaborate and showcase your skills and value. So there's always opportunity for you to do these projects, to do all these other things. And if you're the individual that always avoid all these responsibility and then you ask for promotion, you just won't be looked highly on, just because it makes no sense to hire you in that position if you're not doing anything to help improve the company. Being promoted is one of those, you have to be a team player, and then you can't be jumping company to company because it's hard to get promoted if they see that you're going to jump in a year or two, because they don't want to try to replace you. They want someone that'll stay a while. Now, let's talk about the art of communication. You have to be able to craft compelling narrative and highlight your contribution to the company. So when you go on an interview for that promotion or to move up, they want to know what you have been doing for the company, how much money you've been saving them, how well you've been doing in projects, and have you been meeting deadlines. If you've been able to answer all that, you'll be able to get promoted easier. Now, the effective communication in your career is one of the big things you have to do. If you cannot communicate and you always give these two words emails or give a hard time for everyone or make people mad, you just won't get promoted, because you're causing issues where you're at now. Means they're going to be thinking, man, he's just going to cause more issues when he gets higher up. And it makes no sense. You might be a good employee, but your communication skills lacking and causes issues. Now, the way to fix this is using clear and concisive language to showcase your achievement. Be straight up, tell them, hey, I did this, this, and this for you. Could help, but you want to articulate so it seems better. What I mean by that is you get an email together, and instead of making it short and blaming other people, try to make it seem like you're a team player, and it will help you out in the long run. Because I've seen people put emails and they're always trying to cover their butt, but it makes it seem like you are trying to make sure you don't get in trouble. But at the end of the day, you're at a company, it's about teamwork, and you don't want to be throwing people in under the bus in communication wise, because that is recorded and once you start doing that, they're not going to want to promote you. What you do is you want to work as a team and get everything together. Now, the promotion playbook. How do you get a promotion now? Is you create a personal action plan based on the boss's insight. So you got the boss's idea and say this is what they want and this is what they need for this position. So when you do that, you'll be able to get the insight and you can make a plan to help to get that promotion. Maybe you want to get promotion for the money, maybe you want the more responsibility. Whatever it is, make sure you have a plan to get everything done, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a plan, you just go in there, apply, and don't talk to people about, you just won't get the position. Now, you need to set a realistic goal and track your progress consistently. Maybe you didn't get the job the first time because you lack a certain skill, your connection with other people isn't that strong. So ask why you didn't get it and just ask them out of politeness. Say, hey, I understand I didn't get it because this person's better, but can you tell me why? Um, what I can improve in. So maybe next time, if the position open again, I can get the position. And that sounds a lot better than getting mad and throwing huff that you didn't get it. So just make sure you understand that there is a way to do this. You just lack in a certain area for that role. Now, the last part about all this is make sure you understand your boss's mind so you can get promoted. Because if you don't understand them, you're just not going to get promoted. Like and subscribe to my video, and that's all I got.